Hello, we are live and oh boy. Let's just get into the video game here before I really get the turn my mic up a little bit too. That sounds good. It feels like forever since I last played this. I don't know. Yeah, probably because I've been playing a lot of other, like, longer RPGs. If you follow me on Blue Sky, I was posting about Project Cross Zone, because I actually just beat that yesterday, and that's what's been on my brain lately. I don't know why I just had the urge to play that, and then I actually got the let out and finished it a full, what is it, like, 10 or 11 years after I bought the game. It was just, hey CJ, it was what it was. So today's stream is going to be a little bit shorter because, goodbye sanity, that's the reason. If the stream title isn't any indication, this is, I think, probably the most... I don't think it's the hardest, chapter in Part 3, but it's definitely one of the most annoying. But, I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Let's have a chat. I forget who... I'm gonna talk to Sigrun first. General Ike, thank you for helping the Apostle. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I would have refused if I'd known I'd be commanding the entire army. That's why we didn't tell you beforehand. That's a pretty devious move, Sigrun. Here are some funds, so you can properly prepare for the upcoming battle. Show us how you've grown since the days of the Mad King's War, General. I'm not saying no to free money, especially that much, good lord. And then... This one's a bit longer, and... Oh, I know what this is. We'll talk to Sanaki first. I'm here. What do you want? Don't look so sour. I always look like this, Apostle Sanaki. Ah, yes, that's true. Well, I didn't summon you to talk about your grumpy expressions. I wanted to give you something before we set off for battle. What is it? Do you know what this is? Not a clue. When I fled the cathedral, I took some valuables with me. This is called a Master Crown. It's said to release a Bjork's hidden power. I've never heard of it. Not everyone can use it, so think before you pass it on to someone. Alright, I'll take it. Thank you. Now that was short, too. We'll look at this one in a minute because it's pretty long, but I'll just... Obviously, money is money. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this Master Crown, and... Hang on, I actually want to check something. What are you talking about? We've had 2 of these. How do you not know what this is? Wow, he really is dense. Maybe Soren's handling inventory all the time? I think that's what's happening, I don't know. Master Crowns, I think with this group are... God, I've got so many people at level 20. Part of me just wants to start popping these so that I don't have to worry about promotions or worry about getting the extra combat XP or any other crap like that, but I think I'm just gonna stick with with the way things are right now anyway, because we've got enough people that'll just promote naturally even without bonus XP. Although I think maybe burning some just to get some promotions in the base before we start, it would be... Here's the thing, I'm being real, like, finicky with this, I know, but part of me is like, I want people to promote during combat, not with the admittedly 35k bonus XP we have. For reference, this was 55k before, at the end of last stream. I ended up dumping a ton of it because, like, I give a ton of levels to a bunch of my New York units. Ulki and Jannath are both level 30 and have their mastery skills now, because that will probably be important later. I say probably, it definitely will with the way I'm doing things, but, like, there is no reason to wait on people like R, because he's just gonna end up getting a ton of kills that could potentially go to other units, but honestly, the only unit that's under-leveled that I plan on training at this point is Khalil, probably. Maybe Danved or like, I guess Rice or Mist, but, like, even then, like, they're both at the point where I would want them to be for pretty much the rest of the game. I don't know. Or at least this part of the game. I'm rambling again. Let's... Alright, I gotta prepare my vocal cords for this. Let's go over to this one. You really push yourself in training, don't you, Kiran? Huh? Ah, Oscar! You snuck up on me! Only a true rival of mine could accomplish such a feat! I've been watching for half an hour. What? Then why did you say hello? And I would have expected better manners! I did. You didn't notice. Ah, yes, my concentration while training is unbreakable! No one can distract me. I wonder if he realizes that he contradicts everything he says. What was that? If you have something to say, let it out! Speak like a man! Stand tall! Yes, whatever you say. Here, I got this for you. What is this? This is an Imbue scroll. Imbue is a skill you should learn, especially since you always train until you're soaked in your own blood. I've never heard of such a skill. Is it special? Oh yes, it's very special. Why would you give such a precious thing to me? Well, I just told you. I cannot accept it. I accept no charity from rivals. Why do you have to be like this? We are equals. I need no favors from you. Run along now. I don't have the time to talk to you. I'm too busy training. Go on. Leave. It was meant as a symbol of friendship for my lifelong rival. What? But I guess if you won't accept it, I'll find someone else who will. Wait. I'll take it. You'd swallow your own words? Never! However, I note that your lifelong rival is me and no one else. If your gift will mark me as your lifelong rival, I must have it. That's what I like about you, Sir Simpleton. You insult me? No, that was a compliment. You're a very simple knight, living only for battle and whatnot. Great, thanks. Life is boring without you, Kiran. Even though Oscar's life has been pretty eventful over, like, however long it's been. I guess it's been a couple months. Anyway. Just kiss already. I don't know. I don't know which way Oscar swings, and the game never implies it at all because, you know, this was before shipping people became a common precedent within the series. Like, God, we abandoned actual maps on ships for shipping, and we've been a lost cause ever since. I don't know. Does Engage have any boat maps? I hope it has boat maps. I might get around to that soon, because I've just been looking for I've been on a bit of an RPG kick outside of streams, and I'm just like, should I start Engage? Like, I've wanted to play... I know, the Fiesta community is doing the Don't Catch 'Em All series for, like, the Gen 1 Pokemon games, and Heather, please give me all of this. Speaking of shipping, this is just, I don't know how I went from, this is why I love stealing stuff and just being, like, just pretending I'm playing Thracia and just yoinking everything that I can from people, because you just end up with stuff like this. This has nothing on my men's staff supply for Path of Radiance where I could just... I was like... It's like the money in that one SpongeBob episode where it was like, we tried shredding it, we tried burying it, we tried burning it, but at the end of the day, we just had to give it all away. Like, that was me with men's staffs. Just because Volk was stealing so many. I know I've told this story before, but it's just infinitely funny every time I say it. But, to me at least. But, like I said, there are a lot of good things to spend our money on, and some of them are not here. I kid, like, Olive Grass is decent, but I'm not at a point where... How much? I think I'm completely out now that I think about it. Ranulph, where are you, dear? Oh, your inventory's empty. Janaf's inventory's empty. I think I have a one-use Lagoon. I have 2 Lagoon stones and that's it. Okay, maybe I do need to spend my money on some grass. I'm gonna stick this in the inventory. Like I said, Ulki, Janaf, and Ranulph I will probably all be using at different points, just because I think Ranulph is force deployed on this map, and that's good enough of an excuse to buy one of these. In terms of the armory, I'm gonna need to check my inventories on a couple of things, because I never need to buy a light tome again, because I have more than I think Rice is ever gonna go through in his entire lifetime. That being said, I am using 2 Anima Magic Sages right now, so... Like I said, I may need to buy one of these, but I don't really know. Heather doesn't... I can't... Like I said, I can buy silver weapons now, so that's pretty good. The silver bow is pretty good. The silver longbow we can't buy yet, but it's kind of a ripoff. We don't need crossbows. I think I could actually get away with selling one, because Grom got me a spare, and that's basically the only... I'm gonna probably be okay with 2 crossbows for the rest of the game, and we're gonna be getting another one soon, so I'm not that worried about it. Hand axes I can never have enough of. Silver axes I can never have enough of. Silver lances are, I think, a little too expensive for me. Steel great lances I can never have enough of, but... Oh, forging. I can forge weapons, too. Can I forge silver weapons yet? No, but I can forge javelins, which is even better. Let me check. Ike doesn't need anything. Soren still has his forged tome. I think that's the last thing I did. The forged weapons I have from the start of the game are getting closer and closer to breaking, so... I think forging a hand axe is probably a good idea, because... Yeah, and I think I'm gonna buy a new javelin. I think I'm just gonna straight up buy a new javelin for Gatry. And then I will let me check Great Lances, because those are gonna be important going forward. That's not great, but Gatry's gonna need new weapons soon, but I think just the Javelin is gonna be fine. Same thing goes for Titania's axes, even though she's got a fresh one, right? She has a fresh pole axe, so I'm not that worried about it. And I've got enough... Oh, that's where the Tomahawk went. I know Valencia dumped all her stuff when she pulled that stupid stunt last time, but... I didn't think that it just all went into my inventory. That's a little bit convenient. Oscar's fine on lances, even though he could probably... Is my javelin supply rocking? Okay, let's bring one in, because that's gonna break. Nephene's fine. Like I said, Heather doesn't really need it. You give me that. Somebody is getting the Imbue Scroll at some point. I could also... I don't even really need Discipline, but I guess I could give that up to people. I don't know if I'm going to be using Curate, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Danvid is fine with like 3 asterisks. I think he's going to get the other Javelin. I'm also going to need... that Horse Slayer is actually going to be pretty good on this, I think, at the start of this mission, so we'll have Dan to hang on to that for the time being. Otherwise, I think I am going to buy another... I think I'm going to buy a couple of Steel Great Lances, and then I'm just going to stick them in the convoy. I've got more than enough... Lord knows we got enough money for this crap, so I might as well just use it. Don't need poleaxes, don't really need another silver axe quite yet. Steel blades I'm good on. Steel swords, I think everybody's using them. Ike has the one iron sword. I'm tempted to buy a bronze sword as well, just because there's a world in which I could potentially use this on Ike, but I think I'm just gonna have him stick with this iron sword that he's already got for the time being. And let's forge something, because it's been a minute. And I also need to... Well, the one thing I'm going to do is save, because this is going to be a little bit annoying if this backfires on me. If I get another Raven card, I'm resetting. I will take a frickin'... Actually, who needs a forged weapon first? I think Mia's probably a good candidate for it. Shanon's got everything he needs forever. Can I give you any other tomes? No, but you might as well take one of these. How are you looking, Boyd? Well, you can use this crossbow, so I might as well give it to you. Spare steel axe, yeah, you're good there. Like I said, a lance or a sword, I think, is going to be what's in working order here. I need to get rid of this carrot blade. It's causing a paradox, but... More to the point, oh. Yeah, of course I can't actually... Okay, so I can forge a hand axe, but not a wind edge, okay. And then, yeah, knives are always throwing, so... Let's go ahead and forge another steel sword. I'm just gonna max out some of this stuff, and then... We'll do that. I don't need to drop the weight at all. Let's just make it purple. Why not? Actually, let me check something. Oh, right, no, I know what I was gonna need it. Okay, never mind. I almost whipped out my phone and just started Googling purple vegetables, but now I remember. I remember feeling very sad about this. Yeah, I have 15 coins because you are being a troll and just keep giving me them. Oh, good. No Raven card. There is no Raven card in this set. We're gonna take the first one. You know what? I'll take it. That doesn't help you. Gee, thanks. Yeah, because I can't call this eggplant sword, otherwise... it's gonna go over the damn character limit, like, here, let me demonstrate. Yeah, see? So I have to do, like, that, but that looks dumb, so... How do I... Oh, right. That name is so dumb, but... Calling it eggplant is so dumb. I don't even know if I can commit to it. You know what? Forget the vegetables. We're going with fruit. We've officially been fruit converted because this is just I can't do it. I can't commit. That's a problem with a lot of things in my life, but I won't get into it. I can't commit to the bit that hard. And we're gonna... I can't give it to Mia, so... And Ike doesn't really need it either. I'm gonna send it to storage for the time being. And then because I'm salty about getting nothing but Vine and Raven cards, I am gonna forge that. Javelin or Hand Axe? Fuck, I don't think I have a D20 in my room, so I can't do it. I was gonna... Hang on, I'll be right back. This is why you always keep... this is why you always keep a D20 on hand. It's like the rule or something. Okay, I didn't even... God, I rolled before I even knew what I was rolling for. Okay, so I have a D20. Odds or lances, even is an axe. Okay, that time it was odd, because I rolled a 10 the first time, I rolled a 9 the second time, so it'll be a... Did I say odds were like... I forget what I said 10 seconds ago. Ratchet up that hit rate, and we'll buff the... I'll buff the might a little bit. I mean, I could have the return of the stick. That was a fun time. If I wanted to make a carrot lance, I probably could. Like, sometimes the coloration is a little weird. Like, look at this. That's the red, that's the pink. That's so... That's not good. We're gonna go with the red, because I actually like that coloration. Even though it does not fit with almost anybody's armor. Like, it fits with Danvid's more than anybody else, and he's probably the one that's getting this. 1680, I'll take it. Okay, there is no Vine card or Raven card here. I cannot be trolled. This man is nice enough for me. I'll take the second one. Sword card, that's my +1. I'll take it. Well, the only red vegetable that comes to mind off the top of my head is Swiss chard, so... At least I think that's red? Hang on a minute. Why am I... Has Plants vs. Zombies just tricked me into thinking that it's... Oh, no, it's red. I'm right, it's red. Can I fit this in, or is it gonna... You... Absolute... I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Fine, you know what? It is returning. The stick name is returning, but... We're gonna do that. Charred stick. I can't believe this. The less I think about it, the better. I did say I was gonna give it to Dan, then, right? Yep, there you go. We're gonna be trading around inventory stuff for a while, so... I think for the time being, How much is this gonna cost? Yeah, because the... Oh, I think it's the same price, or more or less. Yeah, it's 25 gold more expensive. Let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, dropping the weight on these is pointless. See, this is a good coloration. Like, that's a... Look at this. That's the red, that's the pink. The hand axe has such good coloration on it because the blade changes color rather than the hilt. So much better. I don't think Broccoli Axe is gonna go over well, but we might as well try for it. Yeah, that's also a steal at 12.49. Alright, there's a Vine card in there, but there's also a card that I really want. Let's take the last one. You know what, I'll take that. That's really good, actually, because that increases the hit rate to 85. That's broken on a hand axe. Yeah, that'll do. I just need to make sure it's spelled that right. This is... Yeah, I did. I thought it was 2 C's. I did that correctly. This is just what we do around here. This is here you go, boy. Do I want him to get it, or I want... I don't think anybody else other than Har, but... Where is he? There he is. You know what? Let's just make our best unit even more obscene. Like, hang on a minute. Now, yeah. I think this is the right call. just forcing our enemies to eat their vegetables. That's what we do around here. All right, not bad, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think I'm gonna get into the chapter because, yeah, I've been live for 30 minutes because, God, the forge system in this game is just too much fun. In terms of other supports and stuff like that, can these two... Yeah, you know what? This seems appropriate. I don't think these two are ever going to see combat again, which is funny because Astrid can actually support more people. Har's got a big support candidate, but I'm not going to focus on that right now. And other than that, we're pretty much done, so... Let's go ahead and save, and then I'm going to actually start the chapter for real. I gotta get content out of this, because we're only doing the one chapter today. That being said, yeah. It is time to get moving. Do we have a target? First, we'll head for Flagur, the fortress town between Crimea and Venice. Since the Laguz Alliance has fought in Flagur already, we're familiar with the lay of the land. Sounds like a good plan. Do you still resent your choice to command this army? No offense, Apostle, but you didn't give me much of a choice in the first place. Besides, if I'm not fully committed, how can I expect these troops to be? Just remember, when this is all over, you'll be getting one heck of a bill. Oh, I'm sure, and I know you'll be worth it. Speaking of which, I have something for you. Consider it a down payment, in addition to the 20,000 gold we already got. I'm sure you remember this blade. It is the Holy Sword Ragnell. Please take it. Are you sure about this? I returned it after the Mad King's War because you said it was one of Benion's national treasures. Indeed, this sword was used by the Empress Altina, the first apostle of Benion, back in the early days of the Empire. It was one of the 2 swords the Empress used to fight the Dark God. I can think of no better person to give it to. Alright, I'd be happy to use it again. Thanks. Yeah, that's part of the reason Ike didn't get a forged weapon. He doesn't need it. Whoa, that's a lot of units. Excuse me, I bring urgent news to Queen Alicia and General Ike of the Apostles' Army. What happened? We've received a report that the Dayan army has appeared near the border between Dayan and Crimea. The Dayan army demands custody of the Apostle on behalf of Benion. They will use force if necessary. Dayan wants to get in our hair again? Perfect. I am puzzled by this. Why does Dayan support the Senate? Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. We must change our target. Agreed. We'll have to get Dayan out of the way before we do anything else. Yeah. Ugh. So Dayan still refuses to negotiate. Either way, either they believe the Senate's lies, or the Senate is pulling some strings behind the scenes. Well, whatever the reason, we can't attack Benion without taking care of this first. I will not give up. I won't stop sending messengers until they respond. Ike, I leave you in charge here. Thanks, Marcia. Let's keep our numbers small. We shouldn't provoke them any further. I understand. Galia will stay behind. You'll have your turn soon, Skramir, I promise. Alright, let's go. So contrary to what that deployment screen looked like earlier, we don't actually have to bring Kiran, even though Kiran's a bit weird. He doesn't have any speaking lines in this part of the game beyond the info conversation that we had earlier, but he is basically considered, like... I think the logic is that, like, Elixir and Joffrey don't actually fight for this part of the game on the battlefield, so they send Kiran instead to kind of lead the primiest part of the Apostles' Army. So, in terms of deployment here, we have 4 deployed units. Like I said, it's a bit more than last chapter. I thought it was more for some reason, but I think that's mainly in relation to what's coming up. We can take most of our A-team here. I think, yeah. I don't know how fast I want to go on this map, but we really need to be... The unit that we really need to bring is Har, so... Boyd can still get a bit of XP out of the equation, and that also means that Mist is a good candidate to bring along, so... I think I will actually be dropping Titania and Oscar for this. They will be... They're right at the point that I would want them to be at, so... Har's gonna be coming along. As much as sacrilegious as this is, I might not deploy Mia either. Mostly because, like I said, I'm gonna need 2 healers on this mission. There's no getting around that because the strategy and getting around the many reasons why people dislike this map heavily relies on flying units. We're given 2, but I don't really count them at all, so yeah. I think Gatry's also going to be hanging back on this mission. Having him... I don't know, having a unit that can wall effectively is pretty good, but I'm trying to take units that I plan on training for the long term, and now that I think about it, I think a lot of Danvid's stuff has to go over to probably Neff, if I had to guess, because, yeah, like I said, as sacrilegious as this is, I think Mia's going to be sitting this one out. Shannon might be as well, because I don't think there's many instances where bows are actually going to... Actually, I think I'm going to keep them for the time being, because I think bows are really going to come in handy. Because I need people that can frontline, and Neff is as good a candidate as any. Yeah, Donved's a tough sell at this point, because, yeah, he's got Paragon and some... Yeah, if I look at his stats, they're pretty decent for the point that he's at, but we're going to have opportunities to use him coming up. They're not here, unfortunately. I might give him a bonus XP level or 2 after this, just because, like I said, this is going to be... The whole point of this map is going to be a couple of units are going to promote no matter what. Like, Shannon's going to promote on this mission. Soren's probably going to promote on this mission because he doesn't really have anything else to do. In fact, I'm probably going to get him to level 20 before this. But this is really going to be a push for units, like, I think it's going to be Nethany, Boyd, and Khalil are going to be the units that I really try to focus on here. Because everybody else is in a really good spot. It's mainly everybody else. This is part of, like, a big challenge right now is that because I have so many good units at my disposal, or even decent units at my disposal, like Kiran, for instance, is perfectly usable at this point in the game, but I just can't really... Like, same instance with Danvid, I just don't have the deployment space, so I kind of have to make do with what I have. Heather's also a tough sell because she pulled her weight and then some on the last map. I'm really glad I brought her, but I don't think that stealing stuff is really going to be a top priority right now. Excuse me. But I really need to get the lead out because I want to bring at least one unit that can take the benefit of Paragon, and actually, now that I think about it, this is where skill management, I should really be paying attention to this more because I'm going to take Danvid's Paragon, which might have originally been, I don't think it was Astrid's, I think it was, it might have been Joffrey's, and then I'm going to give it over to Boyd. Because I think without this, combat XP is going to be a little bit hard to come by. Because like I said, I'm bringing Boyd no matter what. And then... What's your staff rank, Mist? Oh, you capped it already, so I don't really care about that. I could give Discipline to Rice, because I don't think I'm going to get to use any of the more... Now that I think about it, Purge, I believe, is A rank light magic, and... because we do get a Purge Tome later. And Shine, I think, is B, so if I want him to use anything else, then he kind of has to have Discipline, so I think I'll give him that. And then... where the hell is my... Kiran, do you have it? No, you don't. Yeah, okay, it is a... Oh, I don't think mages can equip Imbue. No wonder I couldn't see it. Yeah, because Sigrun can use it. Well, I'll manage these two's inventory in a minute. I just want to get back into the battlefield before I do that. The only other skill we have is Corrosion, and now that I'm looking at it, Counter and Pass I kind of don't need on anybody else. Blossom is a curious case, because there's very few units, I think... Yeah, Khalil can't equip it. There's some units that have the dubious honor of... I think Astrid might be one of them now that I think about it. It's very hard to get Paragon and Imbue, or Blossom, excuse me, onto the same unit. But there's very few who can. I think Astrid might be one of the only ones. And if you could get that combination, because Paragon cancels out Blossom's XP penalty, so you just get the improved growth rates and nothing else. It's really nice. But anyway, did say I was going to do this, might as well, while we're here. Because I don't see how Soren's going to get anything out of his last level up unless I give this to him. Yeah, because that's about as good as we're going to get. Probably better than what I would have gotten anyway. And as for everybody else, I could do this or this, and I don't know which is better. I think I'm just going to do this for the time being. And then everybody else I think is fine. Could do that for Nap as well. You know, screw it. Like I said, we got so much of this, we might as well use as much of it as we can. That's about the level up I would want. Especially if you cap Strength, suddenly this is awkward. If she gets Defense, I don't even mind that. That's a weirdly... I think Nephanese that I've raised in the past usually have higher defense than this, but 20 is perfectly serviceable for this point in the game, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And then everybody else is like... All of these guys will be coming with us on later missions, so I don't really feel bad about this. Like, we're gonna send the slightly... I'm probably gonna check, the armies that we're going up against, and then we'll send the slight... I think the plan for this is that we're going to send the slightly worse A-team on this mission, and then I'm going to send the better A-team on the next map that we get these guys with. Or the next map that we get for these guys. Just because it's easier if we use this opportunity to get, like, Neff, Khalil, and Boyd up. Especially Khalil, because she's pretty far behind. And like I said, Shannon, Har, and then Ike to some extent. I guess I should show off Ragnell right now, because we don't need the Wind Edge anymore, because, yeah, just look at this thing. 18 might, 80 hit, 1-2 range, yeah, 20 weight, but that doesn't matter, because Ike will never get weighed down by this thing ever. This is basically the last good chapter for Ike to get a lot of levels as well, and the main reason I kept him with one level left to gain is because I want to mess around with this thing. Because it's a little too good. Same thing goes for Har. He's a little too valuable on this map for me to not use him, even though he's gonna get, like, no XP out of anything. And then everybody else is just, you know, is like, whatever. The one thing I will do is... Sorry, Danved, you're not going to get to use this after all. I'm actually going to bring over the Horse Slayer, and then I'll worry about that Forged Javelin later. I don't think I... Actually, you know what, take it, because we might as well bring our A-game here with the units that we've got. And then one thing that I will do is... I've got so many of these, too, but it's not worth it right now, because I don't have any other way of really buffing stats with everybody capped. I'm trying to think of what else I want. Yeah, don't take the meteor stone because I still need that. That's a surprise tool that'll help us later, as the saying goes. Yeah, you don't really need anything else besides those tomes, so I guess need it. Mist has her stuff. That restore staff, I don't think I need it on this mission, but I'll need it on subsequent missions. And then, yeah, I'll talk about Tanith and Sigrun in a sec, but you're the one that I need to give some good equipment. In fact, you're gonna get Danvid's extra javelin, because otherwise I don't want you burning that storm sword unless you have to. And then, do I have a spare vulnerary? I do. And then Sigrun, you have an elixir, but I don't think I'm using either of those weapons. Good lord, those are Silver Lance and Spear. That's crack for this part of the game. Grape Sword, why not? Steel Lance and I guess you could take Ike's Wind Edge, because I don't really know who else is going to use it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the Eddard and the Iron Sword in Ike's inventory, because the Iron Sword is mainly so that Ike can weaken other enemies so that we can get mooch kills with our other units, but if that doesn't work, that doesn't work. I don't know what else I can do. So, about Tanith and Sigrun, well, it makes sense that Benion's Holy Guard wouldn't deploy until now, but these two are weird. They come in competently leveled for this point in the game, but, like, especially Sigrun's stats are just so mid. And her growth rates, I know, are not good. She doesn't get much better than what you see right now. She's fine, and is potentially the most fieldable, well, Falcon Knight's promoted to Seraph Knights, I'll just say the name of the promoted class right now. She has the easiest time promoting to Tier 3, because she only needs 2 level ups to get there, but, like, I don't know, I'm looking at some of these, and, like, 34 health in particular is just really not good for this point in the game, and it doesn't get much better. Tanith is a bit more salvageable, even though she has worse stats at the start. Mainly because she has, like, extra room to grow, I guess, and then it's just weird. Like, if I could pull up Marcia's for a second, she's not that far behind everybody else, and actually, now that I think about it, give me this and give me this. I won't gut her entire inventory yet, because I don't want to do that yet. I don't know if I'm ever going to be deploying Marcia from this point forward, but she was one of my favorite units in Path of Radiance, and I hate to do that yet, even though I'm being a little bit weird and sentimental about it. The other thing I might want to do is, thank you, dear, do that, because I don't know if I'm ever going to use that longbow on anybody else. And then you can take a... Does anybody have a spare... yeah, Braum does. That'll do. I didn't want to go and buy anything if I didn't have to at this point. Because, yeah, these two will be an immense help, mainly because they have... The one thing that they've got going for them over Har is sky-high resistance. Pegasus Knights were always known for that, but the utility of it is pretty lackluster in this game, because Pegasus Knights still retain their weakness to wind magic that they had back in Path of Radiance, and that's really going to hurt, especially with what we're dealing with. The Horse Slayer is going to see immediate use, just because this contingent is a little bit difficult to punch through, and you have this initial group of Cavaliers, and if you know the gimmick of this map in Path of Radiance, it comes back. Mainly all of the pitfalls. I think past where the Cavaliers are standing, and, like, I think right around here, definitely I know there's a pitfall right here. The game has... The way that pitfalls work is that there's just random trap tiles on this across this entire bridge, except for maybe right around here and, of course, at the very start, where, because this bridge is old, sometimes your footing gives out from under you, and when it does, that unit is stunned. Like, just flat-out stunned and loses the rest of their turn. more to the point, it is worse on this mission because I believe being stunned doesn't. You don't recover from that until you're stunned. You lose your turn, and then I don't think you recover from stun until the end of enemy phase on the following turn or something. The stun lasts for longer in this game, I swear. And because of the bridge layout, the sandbags on this map are deployed in a manner where we're forced to go across terrain where pitfalls are generally going to be. Also, as an extra frick you, these stupid shine barriers. Remember when I said there was potential utility for shine barriers? Yeah, for the enemy there are, but not for you. No, that would be too generous. These suck, and I hate them. Because the enemy AI is designed to put these down, like, this guy will put it in front of this tile. I believe this guy doesn't have one, but there's a major 2 back here. Might be these guys. They will deploy these on tiles, specifically so you have to go over tiles that have pitfalls on them. There's a pitfall right here, I know that much. There are 2 right here, and then I think there's one further back around where this catapult is. This map is mean. It is very mean, it is very annoying, and I'm very annoyed by the fact that they decided to bring this map back from Path of Radiance, only we're going across it in the opposite direction. This is gonna suck. I don't want to mince words any further, this is gonna suck. But, because we got 2 flyers on this mission, and we can bring another one who is more or less invincible, like, the catapults can't damage Har at all, so... And because there's no threat from Thunder Mages, we don't really have to worry about that part of things. Oh, as an added wrinkle, see these Physic Bishops? This guy's got a rescue staff, and I can't steal it. As well as, like, just a Physic staff here and then staff here. Like, this initial trio of bishops is going to be very annoying because they have a habit of pulling units back and then healing them, and then they get redeployed back in. So, if I don't commit to killing these guys, typically with, like, Earth Slayers and stuff like that, I'm gonna have a bad time. That being said, I've rambled on for long enough. Units like the boss as well as reinforcements, it'll make more sense once I get into the actual chapter, but I'm gonna cut to break real quick, even though we haven't really gotten into the action yet, and when I get back, we'll actually tackle the chapter for real, because I do have to run to the restroom. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully that wasn't too long. Let's get into it. I don't know how good this plan of mine is, where it's like, I'm gonna use this opportunity to train. I think I already saved, but is it just in case? I cannot believe this! It's an army of subhumans in Bjork. It must be true that this apostle is fake. The true apostle would never join forces with those filthy creatures. The enemy has sent a messenger once again, Commander. This is the third time they've asked to negotiate. Ignore the messengers. We must protect this bridge. That is the order from the Maiden of Dawn. The game is nice enough to give us Eternal Dawn on this mission. If this whole plan is just no good, then I'm probably going to switch to... I did not give Ranulph the Olive Grass. You know what, we're just going to roll with it because I knew I was missing something, and that's what it was. Because I had managed everybody's inventory except for his. But I don't think I need it, because the point where Ranulph is going to be useful hasn't quite popped up yet. Also, I think, similar to last time, this is going to be a bit of flying blind, I think, at the start, because I'm not completely blind, but... I mean, the last time I did this map in Path of Radiance, I had let's just say, bad intel that led me to make pretty poor decisions, shall we say. Yeah. I think I actually am going to equip the Horse Slayer here, just so in case Nephany gets attacked, I can have her run for it. And then we're just gonna equip this, and then this is not gonna come off. This is the weapon of choice. Like, the unit portrait even changes when he has it. You can see this, well, you could see the sword is gold right there. And then, I think, yeah, Har can frontline, and so can Shannon if we really need him to, but... It's really going to come down to the units that haven't hit level 20 yet to really get the let out of these guys here. And also Soren's here, but Soren's always here. When is a mage not useful? Yeah, the two healers in particular are going to help me out because it's very likely that I'm going to run into situations where my flyers have to get healed and someone that's frontlining also has to get healed. Yeah. Also, in case you're wondering if Tanith keeps her special reinforced skill that she had in Path of Radiance, you probably noticed on the equipment screen that she doesn't. These two don't come with any special skills at all, which is part of the reason I think they're a little bit mid, if I'm being honest. You don't have anything. There are some vulneraries to steal, but other than that and, like, a couple of coins, which I absolutely do not need, this is what we've got. Okay, that's what I expected to happen, because Boyd's probably going to be taking a bulk of the attacks here. But he one-rounds these guys, at least the axe guys, probably the lance guys too, I guess. That's why we gave Boyd Paragon, because otherwise this would be... It would take several units to just go through him. Or it would take several Cavaliers just to have this in. Really? 57? Okay, well, you obviously want to die, but... Dink. Bonk. Dead. Wow, okay, they're really intent on... I think he saw a kill opportunity and they just immediately went for it, and... Yeah, that's what you get. The good old Galoo factory. Nobody wants to touch Ike. They're like, yeah, we're good. And that's good that we were able to one-round all these guys, because... Well, most of these guys, I think. Yeah, no, with the Horse Slayer, Nepenthe will just bones it. Reminiscent of the good old glue factory, the greatest of corrosion methods. Yeah, one thing I gotta be careful of is... Okay, so the first tile that I think is a pitfall on it is somewhere around here. I wanted to double check. I double checked, and I think that's the right area. We're gonna send Ike over this way because I think, yeah, at this point, I gotta watch out for you because you've got the 31, and then what's Ike's defense? Oh, yeah. Also, the Ragdoll gives +5 defense. I forgot to mention that. Because why not? Of course it does. That is a... I think that's a pit tile, so... I'm gonna put Ike here, and then... If this guy doesn't move, then I think he's gonna try to bait me into falling into a pit. It's either right here or right here. I know there's one right there, and then... Because you have to snake along this top side, which is really annoying, but such are things. I think 10, if you can help me out here. Yeah, because that'll open me up for Toll to pick up this kill. Nice dodge. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to see at all. I guess Sigrun also has to help here, even though I kind of don't want her to. Okay, never mind. They're just complimenting each other instead of actually letting me do this. I thought your magic stat would be better, though. What's going on here? Well, I don't really have a good way of dealing 2 damage, unless it... Yeah, no, the one-use javelin is on somebody else. We might as well just fly hard forward into the thick of things, because, like I said, there are some tiles that I'm gonna need him to stand on, specifically so that other people can walk across that without problems. And then, well, I think this is safe no matter what I do, so... Yeah, and Cole gets a level out of it, so let's just go for it. If there's no dodge here, that's okay. Because I could just heal her up next turn. Oh, nice. Thank you. And that's enough XP to justify that risk. Okay. Would've liked a little bit more, but especially on magic, because this... That's a... 20's a little low right now. Although, yeah, the Soren already capped his, so... Very, very easy. Speaking of easy, yeah, the crossbow's a guaranteed kill, so let's just go for that. Yeah, let's go. That's also, like... This is just gonna be another one of those maps where everyone gets the same exact level ups. Granted, that's capped skill, so I'll take that. So, Shannon can actually frontline, but so can Sigrun, and I think that's safe. No archers, no, And then this guy, yeah, this guy with the catapult's not gonna really do anything. So, yeah, this is safe. And then this creates a nice little area for us to slot, for me to slot my other units. Oh, that's not working. Okay, well, I guess I can have Shannon just shove this back on tile. Yeah, I think that this is a bit misleading because of the pitfall that's right here, this guy doesn't move. And Revolve, he can just keep pace. There's that other... Here comes the rest of the Blue Factory. There's that Shine Barrier I was talking about. That is a pain in the tush. Take a bolt to the face, you fool. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna ignore the obvious, like, mega bait here that's going on, because that warrior absolutely would have moved to attack Shannon if he wasn't trying to bait us. Absolute mega bait. The worst behavior. The absolute worst behavior. Speaking of bad behavior, yeah, the Ragnell's sick. Made quick work of the warrior, and we're just gonna be able to keep moving. Alright, now, like I said, I think there's... that pitfall's right here. It's either right here or one tile back? I think it's right here or right here, but it's... that first one's up top, and then... yeah, that other one's right here. What I can do, actually, is have Har stand right here, and then I can funnel everybody through the line if I want to, but... I think if we can ignore this, the pitfall that's up here, we can just swing everybody through here anyway, which is what the game kind of wants us to do. So you do 16. Set this up. And the easy game, easy life. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the wind jump again, because biorhythm plus these guys having higher weight is kind of shaking me a little bit. Extra 50 right there, very good. Gonna save the Horse Slayer for the time being. It was mainly for that... Oh, hello! Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. I had a little thing back at camp that I had to deal with. No problem, Tamar. What kind of thing? Oh, and hey, where's Rayson? He was exhausted, but he insisted on coming with me. I had to tie him down to a bed to keep him there. Really? Nah, I'm just kidding. He passed out earlier, so I have a different anchor slowing me down this time. Oh. Leanne? I will wait. Yes? She's Rayson's sister for sure. The girl is as stubborn as he is. Listen up, young lady. You Herods are supposed to be more like Raphael. Quiet and graceful and all that. Don't mind Samar in the end. We're honored to have you. Yeah, so, if you notice my deployment screen, Rayson actually wasn't available. But that's because the game wants me to use Leanne instead. Is it better or worse? Honestly, it might be a little bit worse, if I'm being perfectly honest, but I can do this. Actually, I have an idea. Let's fly Har across here, and then I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. No, Broccoli's not going to do anything. We just have to go Yeah, 16, that's irritating. Oh, by the way, so I guess now's a good time to talk about the reinforcements on this map, because Tabar just showed up on my phase without me really doing anything. And, well, Tabar is, I mean, look at him. Those are untransformed stats, by the way, and he's competing with my units even now. The man is basically immortal when transformed, because all of those stats except for luck double. So he has 32 defense, 36 strength, 40 speed, and 48 skill. Also, well, ignore that for now, that's not important. He has Pavice, because of course he does. He had this back in Path of Radiance as well. He also has Savior, which is pretty good. Fiona had this as well, but I didn't end up using her for anything. So it was a bit wasted. With Tabar, it's actually pretty good, and then of course he has Tear, because why wouldn't you? This man is hell on wheels if you let him loose, and he will absolutely make short work of a lot of the guys here. His two bird compatriots here aren't bad at all, if I'm being honest. They're a little weaker than OP and Janat, but they can still do good work. I'm gonna have these guys move back here, though. I don't think there's a reward for keeping them alive, but I still want to try to make that... I still want to save them if I can. And the best way to do that is to save them from themselves. But let's fly, and this is where we can kind of make use of power. This will at the very least thin out the amount of contact that my main strike team is dealing with over at the top side. Now what's annoying is where Tabarn and friends deployed is kind of where I don't want them to be, because they're... Yeah, as you can see, they're blocking the Killer Lance guy, and I really don't want them to be doing that. More importantly, I don't want Leanne anywhere near the front lines. That column or row vigor is normally kind of bad, but here I can actually make good use of it, because this map is so oddly constructed. I guess now's a good time to talk about the reinforcements, because the reinforcements on this map aren't determined by turn, they're determined by how far along you are on the bridge. So I think the next group of reinforcements, which are a pair of Draco Knights, I think, they don't show up until after we get to this area, or at least I think where the bishops are. And then there's a last group that doesn't deploy until we're almost all the way across the bridge, and those are more standard Bjork units than anything else. Gonna have to be careful here, because I forget where the next pitfall is. There's one right here that I remember, because I need Har to stand here so that everybody can jump across. But I think there's another one right here, or somewhere in this area. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Like I said, this guy's just being a troll. An absolute troll of trolls. Chopped, can that do it? That certainly can. More to the point. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna have Har stand here. Then this guy's gonna... This axe is... I might as well put the forged weapon to use, because, yeah, this is why we made it. To force this guy to eat some greens and stop trolling. Essential part of the Red Tuber's balanced breakfast. Stopping trolls and eating vegetables. Don't quote me on that second thing. I gotta admit, I don't know what happened to, like, because Red Tube was kind of a thing in, like, the late 2010s. I don't know if that's still a thing or not. Anyway, I clean up. Take advantage of that while I still can. And like I said, I can funnel other people through here as long as Har stands on this tile. Like, I can get Renulf through, I can get Mist or other people through. Basically, whoever I want, and I think Renulf is the only unit I think I'm going to have keep ace on that side. Because once these guys move, well, I think a lot of these guys are going to suicide on the Ike, which is fine, because I think I can still... I can get supports in range, and I can at least have people try and clean up. think you blocked off your own path, so you're just gonna keep trolling on the top side of things. More importantly, I gotta take care of the steel sword guy before I do anything else. And then I think I'm actually gonna do this. Or this. This also works. Because this'll... I need to make sure this guy goes down, and I think I've got enough options here, especially with Tanith and Sigrun having not moved yet to the point where I can do this. And yep, that's not a pitfall, so... Like I said, I'll keep Ranulf right here, and then I'll move him across this turn. He will be ready to transform, so that's good. Cats and their stupid fast gauges and all that. Now, my indirect options are a little bit limited here because I accidentally put Mist onto a tile where I could really use somebody to do it. Although I think, Sigrun, you can just... Yeah, this is part of the problem with Sigrun, is that's easy enough, but... And okay, that was graceful, that was very nice of you. Yeah, you get next to no XP for kills and stuff like that. It's just kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't really know what else to say about it. Soren, you might as well take it to pieces here, because... Like I said, I would love to give this to Khalil, but I already used Leanne. That's still good. That's still worthwhile. Might as well have everybody keep pace where it makes sense. Yeah, you can go right here. Or... yeah, go right here. And okay, these guys are hopefully all gonna get out of my hair shortly, because... full gauges are full gauges, but okay, you're making horrible life decisions. We'd love to see it. Although this is the one guy that doesn't kill hard, so that might be why. You, I think, are just... yeah, you're not glue, but you're darn close to being glue. But I just recognized one of these guys is, this is a two-way trip, or you can just run backwards, you know, that's also really annoying. God, I frickin' hate cancel. And I think because I just saw that cavalry run through there, we know that's safe. Although that's very annoying. Actually, I just recognized what happened. That's extremely annoying. But yeah, here's that rescue staff coming into play, because that guy could do that safely. And then the physics staff comes in here, it's just bad times all around. So yeah, that is a dick move that Halberdier just pulled, because there are pitfalls right up on these two tiles above him. That guy's not gonna move. That guy, I don't think he's actually gonna... This guy's escape route is cut off, but he's just gonna deploy back in. I'm gonna have to have Har hop up here. Not this turn, probably next. Because otherwise, I can't move through here without going through a pitfall. Which is extremely annoying. Such trolling behavior. So awful. I guess I can have Mist shove below, because, like I said, I want to prioritize the units that I really want to try out for. And this guy's just toast. Another level, good stuff. Much better. No magic, but you got everything else that I would want. Except for... yeah, no defense either, but I'll take that, because that's pretty good. Cat stat too, why not? okay, I gotta do that, and that's not completely safe because of resistance. Nephenie's resistance is pretty high, so I think I might as well go for the old charred stick option here. This is why we forged this, and yeah, that red color is a little awkward on Nephenie's blue, but we get it. Gotta be careful around that sandbag as well. I think there's another trap right there. Ew, that is a loaded bees in my gun at this point. Well, I guess Renault can test things out for us. Let's see. If it comes down to it, which it might. Is this tile safe? I don't know if it is. Sometimes they'll put enemies in awkward positions just to psych you out. I guess I have to use the spear, or I can maybe just get a silencer going here. Yeah, silencer. That'll work. Ooh, that'll definitely work. I think I'm gonna have Bryce heal up R here, because otherwise... Nephenee definitely needs healing, but so does, well, everybody else. I could do that, and then Leanne can dance for these two, and then they can move forward, but... And I think I will have Renault transform right here, because otherwise this is going to be really unfair. For me. Not for the enemy, they're gonna love this. They're gonna be great over time. But other thing I can do, and this is pretty handy when you have a lot of flyers, is just like rescue chain people across. That could put Khalil in range of somebody, but yeah, it's only going to be the Elf Thunder Mage, and he's not. I don't think that guy's actually going to move at all. Why would he? Like I said, if the AI can't cheat on this mission, and that looks like a mega bait. Or they're just baiting you on the piles where they can't actually go. And then I'm gonna do this. Everybody's across, so we're just gonna have to leapfrog again. You guys are gonna fly back to your tile, that's good. Okay, this is somewhat annoying, but this guy can't move, so... Yeah, he's not gonna stay put, but... He can't move back further than that. You are continuing to be an absolute troll. Really? Okay, that's how you know there's pitfalls there, because that guy would not be doing that. That's a waste of that rescue stick. Good grief. Oh. Forgot that was the 1 damage. Alright, Har, I could have 10th of Sabrun do the job as well. Support, I think, has enough HP to survive all of this, and these guys I don't think move, so... Yeah, they don't, because there's two... The reason that this guy put this shine barrier here is because there are two pitfalls. So they actually can't move forward, or else they'll get stuck. Might as well use the spear here, because with this guy taken care of, I can just start dive-bombing everybody in. Don't move from that space, because, like I said, now we can funnel everybody in. Annoyingly, as you probably noticed with the Sage, the Shine Barrier doesn't go away just because you killed the guy that casted it. I think I can also have Har block one of these tiles, and then that's going to free me up to actually get up there and start doing some work. Like I said, I don't know if it's this tile or the one behind it. I'm pretty sure the reason that that rescue staff got used is because the one behind it is free. Or the one behind it has the pin on it. Yeah, that's totally the case, I think. Alright, well, Ike will just massacre everybody if he's given the opportunity, so... So, Boyd could potentially be taking a hell of a lot of damage here, so I think I'm going to want to have Mist get in range. Nobody really needs to get healed this turn, I just need to watch for different pitfalls and stuff like that. Elf in, and then... Yeah, I think, do a bit of a two-pronged attack here. That's really tempting, though, but no, this Halberdier needs to die first. Or it's more beneficial if this Halberdier dies first. And then I can have Har move here, and I might actually have to do that, but let's just make sure that... Yep, perfect. Guaranteed kill across the board. I'm gonna need to watch where I position Khalil as well. I might have her get rescued out, because otherwise that catapult guy's gonna aim for her specifically. I think I want the... All of you have lances except for... You know what, I think I am gonna go for this guy, because this'll free up that tile, and then... Har's super beefy, so I think he's gonna be okay on enemy phase, and then I can just have, I can just have Nephany get across. I'll move Shinon up as well. I can also probably have, I don't know what's... Mist only has 7 defense, so that guy might target Mist instead, at which point I'm going to need to heal my healer, ironically, although... If I move Soren up 2, this guy's probably going to... I'm worried about where the catapult's going to go, but I think he always goes for the most damage he can deal. Can't exactly do anything with anybody else, so... Yeah, let's, just present a juicing of the target. Oh. Weapon triangle? That's the only thing I can think of. No, I think that's 10 damage is the most he could deal. That group down south that I funneled through is just a little too good, I guess. Okay, kind of expected that to happen. Okay, what? I don't understand. I mean, I'm happy, but I don't understand. Okay, you guys are gonna oh, that... Wow, okay, you really wanted a hard hit. Only attack that hit him. And yeah, it was a pretty good one, so I guess that's their logic. And yeah, of course they're running away. And you're gonna attack Neff, which I thought you were going to. 2, 1, 1, 5. Okay, that's less than I expected. How much to flatten your soda pop? That is a bit of a... That's a bit of a pain, because 20 damage is pretty high. It's kind of what I would expect to see. You know what, do this, because I think Nephany actually gets a level up out of this if I do this. That's okay, that's okay. I would've liked, like, defense or something, but I'll take it right there. I need to go where Renulf is standing, but I can't move Renulf forward at all, because otherwise he's gonna... With 13 defense, he's also a target, so... Speaking of targets... Okay, yeah, I can get Mist far enough forward to heal Ice, so that'll be good. This is exactly what I was looking for, just an opportunity to cut loose with the Ragnell for a little bit. It's entirely possible for Ike to reach level 20 well before this mission, but why? Like I said, this is so much more fun. Anyway, once these guys are taken care of, I can... This is probably the most annoying part of the map, is right around this catapult, because I need to kill this guy before I get across, but there's just so much stuff, and like I said, this guy in particular is very proficient, so... Go ahead and go for this. Crossbow! take it. Surprisingly not a bad defense stat for a unit that's supposed to be a glass cannon. Still, it's a bit lower than most people. And by most people, I mean everybody who's not named Soren. Anyway. I think we could duck in, smack this guy in the chin, and then duck out, but... At the same time, I would really like to get the kill here, but... I don't think I can sink the kill without... Yeah, because these two tiles are... This in particular is really annoying, because these guys are both one tile away from where the pits actually are. So that's just the... That is the worst. Let's just go for the crit anyway, because... Oh, nice! Ah, you were teasing me, you such things. Right now. Oh! Frick, I forgot about that part. Yeah, so that's what happens. Soren's gonna demonstrate for us, I suppose. Don't do that with Shinnok. Don't. That's what they want me to do. Whoops. Because, yeah, Soren's basically gonna be out of the count for a turn, and then... I think at that point, either we can step around that, or I don't even know. Part of me wants to do this so that Rice can actually... He can't even heal the target, I thought. Okay, and Sigrun can possibly... What I can do, actually, is rescue and then... drop. There we go. Soren's still stunned, I think, until... Not even... Oh, that's cheating! What the hell? That's also really potentially scary. Yeah, gotta be careful. I swear that guy just walked across a pitfall. But I'm not gonna... Okay, apparently they can just cheat. Good to know. I thought they couldn't cheat, but... You're gonna be the last recipient of that rescue staff, yeah. They put him on a freaking... Oh my god. Oh, that's bad. That I don't think kills, but it gets close. 9, yeah, that's more than I thought it would be. Yeah, Har, you're a tanky boy. Nice friendly fire buster. Oh, that goes away. Huh. I thought that lasted for another turn for some reason. Guess not. Okay, so I can dive bomb this guy and take care of him, but I don't think I can fly. I think I can fly back. I'll count on being able to do that. If so, but... Yeah, I have to make sure that, because I know this guy can cross over, I have to make sure that that he dies. Because if I guess if I do this, yeah, I can do that. Because what I'm thinking of doing is Tanith or Sigrun can kill that guy, then I can have one of them stand over here. As long as this archer's dead, that's a safe move, and then I can ferry people. I can start carting people across. Glad at least somebody wound up being pulled down, because that would have been a little bit awkward were that not the case. Because yeah, Shinan kills this cavalier. Neff can, I think, also pilot from that or something. I don't know. Or I could just do this as well. That also works. I need to make sure this is a good move first. Which I can't tell if it is because this guy is too fast. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, don't fail me now. Unnecessary cancel. Well, I can get back across, that's true, but... Yeah, that's... I think we're basically going to be stuck taking a bunch of catapult fire until... until the start of the next turn, which is okay. Just need to keep my ass covered, because otherwise that's gonna... This could... Losing, yeah, losing to a, losing because I didn't cover for that price or missed would be very annoying. Or if Leanne goes down. I really don't want Leanne to go down. It might be to the point where... Yeah, because that guy aimed for Leanne regardless. Does she have a... She does have a concoction that I can use. Because what I'm worried about is if I move Leanne over, all of the catapults are going to focus her and she dies. Because I think these two at the back are stronger. Okay, no, they're the same as this guy, who only has 2 uses left. But also, if I remember right, oh no, I can't even target from there. Yeah. I don't know why I moved you there. That wasn't a very good idea. Yeah, the problem is this just makes the situation with the catapults even worse. Because yeah, I really don't want that formation, and I think no matter what I do, she's just gonna get hit again. I just want to minimize the amount of times she does get hit. And I think the only way I can do that is to use Tenth and Sigrun to rescue her back. I hate doing this because this wastes a lot of time, but this is the best shot I've got at the moment. And then everybody else, like, Renault can't do anything at the moment. Yeah, this is really annoying, but I can get him a little bit closer. I have no bloody clue. If people are gonna eat catapult fire, then the least I can do is just space it a little bit. Because otherwise we're just gonna continue to be stuck here either until this barrier goes away, which takes a very long time, or until one of these guys goes down. Or until one of his generals goes down. And you are gonna be the worst. Like I said, they can just walk right over them. I thought they couldn't do that. Maybe the first group can't, but the second one can, or maybe they were not doing that on purpose just to telegraph, or... I don't know what, but it's dumb. That's what I wanted you to do, because if you healing the sniper was actually the correct move, and thankfully they didn't do that. I forgot that tile was still in range. Thankfully the other two can't target, Leanne. That's why I moved her back. God, I love how they prioritize stuff. Alright, well, if I can move Har into a position where he can probably fight this guy, then I can move him onto this tile, and that will help. Or I could have Tanith do it. Might be better if I had Tanith do it. This is why we do this, and I think this is our first promotion, actually. Because Har's gonna level up on this. It took forever, but... Last change. Tier 4 bonuses, as you can see, or Tier 3 bonuses, promotion bonuses, as you can see, are insane. It is +2 or +4 on almost every single stat you can think of. +4 res by itself is nuts. That's going to make Har a lot harder to kill than he already was. Plus, of course, all those stats that were capped... hang on a minute. I'm going to put you right here. Give me a minute to think about this, because... I think that is worth it, because I can get a mage across, and then they can kind of help finish up here. So, all those stats got uncapped, and Har's defense cap is actually stupid high now, but... Yeah, everything uncapped, his level reset back to 1, and his stats went through. Oh, and to top it all off, stud. Can inflict 3 times normal damage and paralyze the enemy for 1 turn. In case you thought the mastery skills were all kind of mid, all back in Path of Radiance, every single Bjork one, except for a couple of instances, has just an extra special screw you component to it to whoever is unlucky enough to get afflicted by it. And because Har's skill is really high, and I forget if it's skill percentage or luck percentage, but this man was Lord of the Skies already, and he will continue to be until the day he breaks. He is hell on wheels. Speaking of which, this is a bit overkill because I think I can avoid this might not be the smartest move, because I might have wanted to use Realm instead, but... Hey. That's 3 health, so that's a 3 health for basically whoever wants it, and I know Khalil does. What I could potentially do, now that that guy's done, is intentionally trigger one of these pitfalls, just so I can start burying units across faster, because otherwise... We're just gonna be here all day. No comment. No comment. That was about the most pointless level up I could have gotten. Well, go figure. Clobbering time? Yeah, I think it is. Go for the... Just use the Steel Axe. Don't waste the killer roll. Neff, and then Shanon's gonna do a bit of science for me, because I forget if it's this tile or the tile right behind this guy that's the problem. In fact, who's better there? I'm trying to think. That guy's also dead, so we can move Leanne back over. I think this is out of the range of these two. Yeah, it is. This whole area is pretty safe now. Nope, it is the tile right in front of this guy. Good to know. Did I already use a... Okay, so I can do some rescue drop shenanigans here. They're both at about the same spot, but this is more likely to crit and kill, so I think I'll try this first. And if not, then Shinnai can finish this guy in enemy phase, and then we can move up anyway. I think I'm also going to purposefully untransform Renault here, because otherwise this is going to take forever. Oh, I hate that. If you could, like, properly chart out, like, don't step on this tile, then that would get so much better. What the hell we got going on here? Can anybody else target? You have a crossbow, but I think... Let's check your move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can definitely target one, so I think I have to move you out of here. This is a crummy positioning no matter what. I guess here, because then Leanne might not get targeted by both. Actually, she can't get targeted. Why am I positioning for catapults? Nobody can get targeted. That... Ooh, do I have it? Oh, I have the chart stick out. I'm good. This is a little scary, but this is why we pay Neffany the big bucks. Ooh, baby, that's what I was saying. Okay, yeah, it's a good thing I got Khalil out of there, because this is a lot of incoming indirect fire. Plus, I believe we crossed over to put... don't both target miss, this would be an embarrassing way to lose. Oh, she only takes 6, that's fine. That's annoying, because I think Renault's getting the con damage. 5... Oh, 4. Why am I so worried about catapults at this point, honestly? Daunt coming into play here, that's gonna help, because... Yeah, just... It's still gonna be 8 damage, but... Good stuff. Something I should maybe consider doing is giving Neff in view, because, oh, this could get a little awkward if this connects. It didn't, but... My Swiss chard is just doing all of the work right now. Oh my god, okay, this was maybe very scary. Oh shit, that's... Woo! I forgot that I thought that that Wyvern Knight was reinforcement. Or did he come in and I just missed it? Nope, nope, these are the two guys I was thinking. Okay, well, Methany just took down on a lot of dudes and lived to tell the tale. If all those connected, I think she would have died. Alright, well, which of you do I want to have for dinner, and who's getting who is the real question. Who's getting who, shall I say? This archer didn't move, so I think if I move somebody here, then they're gonna... I could swing Har around. I could bring him up here and then have Tanith and Sigrun take over down here, because then I can get everybody across. Like, good lord, this is a... I think I'm gonna battle save here, because I don't want people dying to stupid shit. If I can avoid it. Sword hasn't really done a whole lot on this mission, so let's give him some time in the sun. Khalil I might actually leave behind at the start here. Because I need to circle Void around here, and then he can take care of either of these guys with his crossbow. But you're, I think, the priority target, so I think I'm going to have Ike take care of this. I was torn between saying him and this, so yeah, problem solved. Give me that. That's a beauty. As if I didn't have enough of these already. I always wanted another one. Let's go ahead and pogo a little bit here. Crossbow or cav? Crossbow, I think, is... Void can take care of it, so we're gonna do I think this is almost promotion number 2. Sure is. And then Void and Shannon are competing for 3rd here, and I think either one of them could feasibly get it. Keep everybody running across. I don't want to move Leanne here, so I think I'm going to do something like this. And we are gonna just kind of chill the back here for a bit. And I think at this point, it might be better to just run out all these guys, because, Yeah, these guys can't attack me this turn, although they're definitely going to move to try to. This guy can attack anybody he wants, it doesn't really matter. It's really the sniper that I have a problem with, although he's going to go for Void if I had to guess. Both of these guys are going to go for Void if I had to guess. A bit of incidental damage isn't really going to hurt, so... Might as well do this, because... Like I said, any XP I could get out of this is going to be pretty beneficial in the long run. And then I have to wait with Khalil for the time being, although I think it is safe to move her forward even if she falls into a pit. But I'm not going to do that. They're just continuing to run, okay. Oh, you had a Storm Sword, okay. That's awkward. That's also awkward, because you hit the 32. I didn't expect that. Oh! I expected you to target elsewhere, because this does, like, no damage. That's the other one that I was expecting. In fact, I kind of wanted to bait that so that Void didn't get targeted. That's okay, I think, because, yeah, that's even the 6 damage here. Shannon is just so good at frontlining, and I think he's about to get better. Dicey, we're good. Okay. We have a similar conundrum to the last map, but this is still going to be alright, I think. Renald, how far can you run? I think if I block off the pitfall tiles here, because it's going to be the best I can use of these guys, and then we're just going to... We can kind of... Because I know these guys don't move, we could just bum rush across with everybody. Kind of take it to the screw. Thunder? Soren might be a better candidate here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is... Take notes, Khalil. This is how a real sage gets the job done. Priority targets? Fixed. Or taken care of. Problems fixed. Priority targets taken care of. That's what I'm going to say. And you have a steel grid, so I'm not worried about you. You, on the other hand, are just dead. Oh, very dead. The flippity flop. You always love to see it. Ike's almost level 20, that's exactly where I would want him to be. Now, these two are a bit of a tough nut to crack because of the defenses, but... If I use Nephany or Shannon to shove... I could also use Void, but I think I would rather have him frontline here. Because if I shove Soren back one tile, I can move Khalil here, or I could... Yeah, I could move Khalil here, Leanne dances for both of them, and then they can help out him here, because they're both going to be pretty useful for that. Although, God, I'm almost out of the chart stick. That's... Well, it did do its job pretty darn well, but that's probably why the throwing weapons are so cheap, because you could burn through their uses really fast, but... That's a good move, if any. Or I could... yeah. The other person I could move here is I could move Kolo here and then move Renel here. And then I think that might actually be better. Because you could shift over again and... oh, hey, that tile's... great. Good to know, I guess. And I think I'm gonna wait until enemy phase to really take it to these guys, just to be safe. Har is just in, like, King of Dragons mode at this point. He can't one-round this guy, but we'll deal with that in a minute. I'm a bit worried about a world where Leanne gets targeted by two of these guys, but I'm gonna worry a little bit less about that in a second. Well, I didn't get Rend on you, which is a little bit unfortunate, because otherwise I might try for that, but... or I might be a bit more keen to try for that, but... I think it's clobbering time, regardless. I could probably have Shannon and R kill that one wyvern in the back. And then from there, the only things that I have to deal with are the catapults, so that's gonna be pretty good. Oh! Balls, I forgot about that. Well, thanks for the science, Mr. Cat. You done did good. Suddenly, this is a lot harder, because now I have to scramble to make sure that Leanne does not get targeted. That was, maybe the worst misplay I could have made. Probably, definitely. Because, yeah, Har can kill one, but I think... at this point, I'm more concerned about... okay, no, I think I'm wrong. Especially if Shannon just decides to crit. I don't know why he didn't... oh my god, okay. I don't know why the animation didn't play, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take that. We freaking take those. I knew he was gonna freaking kill Stealer. But you know what? It's okay, because, promotion number 2... this is one of my favorites. We get the fancy boots, cape, and shoulder halberds, and more importantly, marksman. Very similar promotion bonuses. I think they're actually the same thing as Dragon Lord, but if I can scroll over my stats here, very high defenses already. This is kind of stupid for a class that's supposed to be locked to range, but dead up. Crit plus 15 is already pretty good, but dead up. Multiply by 3 times and put the enemy to sleep just in case they live somehow. You know, just in case. Also, one thing that it doesn't say right away, but you can see it up here, range is now 2 to 3. That goes to 2 to 4 if you have a longbow equipped. Marksmen just get +1 range on all of their stuff, which is just already... I mean, like, Shannon was already bonkers, but this just makes it even more so. Ultimate archers, whose skills are said to be goddess-granted, and then of course they get dead. Dragon Lords, mind you, ferocious, matchless wyvern riders with ferocious strength and power, they get stunned. Just gnarly all around. Some of my favorite units in the game. Just because of how good they are at wrecking face. You don't have a longbow, right? I don't think any of these guys do. So this is pretty safe, because you're just going to take some catapult fire, but I think Leanne's already going to get hit anyway, so no biggie. Only reason I'm not giving her the kill is because... yeah, if that car would have to... if she missed somehow, that would have been a lot worse. Alright, well, you have to miss 2 94s, and at this point, I'm willing to risk that. Yo, Skybat, let's go. On this map in particular, like, the aerial view kind of looks sick. Because you have the full bridge in the background, which is just awesome. Yeah, don't get hit if you can avoid it, and then... we might as well ferry our mages across, because... honestly, if Leanne's gonna get targeted, we might as well take advantage of that. Suffering is a business opportunity. Provided nothing dumb happens, which I sure hope it doesn't. That is... oh, wow, okay. Get one more round of combat with Ike. And you are gonna heal him up, and I hate that. Quit being an asshole! Speaking of assholes. Dink. Is this enough? I don't think it is, no. Gonna have to come down to that sniper, and I think he's gonna... yep, he's gonna do exactly what I wanted him to do. So off of some weird chip damage scenarios, and ooh, nice dodge. Our third Tier 3 unit today. This is one of the cooler looking promotions in my opinion. Bigger shield, nice outfit. Set. Or Lancer if you're playing the European version. Is it the European version or the Japanese version? I forget. But Sentinel. Gnarly promotion bonuses. You don't get any extra weapons or anything, but... well, I'll tab over to it once my turn comes around. Yeah, I expected that. Ow! Oh my god! Uh-oh. This might have been a mistake! Okay. Oh, I forgot about you. I'll have to keep that in mind going forward. Woo! Okay. That could have been awful. Missed, I don't blame you, girl. Keep breathing. Keep breathing, you'll be okay. Yeah, see, you're fine. God, that heavy breathing animation looks really messed up when you think about it. Anyway, Sentinels. Legendary Lancers who stride battlefields with calm and surety. They wield the skill in hand. So, yeah, crit plus 5 is now equivalent to crit plus 10, and we have Impale. Quadruples damage. This is just shy of Eclipse in terms of, like, raw damage output. It's stupid. It's also gonna be, we're gonna... okay, you guys are out of uses, so I think I'm probably gonna... yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna, but I'm gonna. Your hit rate is garbage, so I think this is a safe bet. And I think Dot's gonna bring it down even lower. if it didn't do that already. Race dodge. Soren's almost a promotion too, so I really want to see if I can get this. Okay, so everybody needs to get healed here. I'm healing up Boyd because he's gonna run in. Okay, Bryce, I see you. Yep, that is A-okay. Because I think what's gonna happen is, Nephine's gonna kill that sniper, and then I need to delete one unit with one person, and it's gonna make sense in about 3 seconds. Or I could maybe get... Oh, wait, blast change on Boyd? Really? Guess that's what Paragon gets here. I was not keeping track of his level. I thought he was still at 19. Well, he's got a cape, and that's about it. Reaver. Still pretty attack-centric, but all that extra strength is really going to come in handy, because Colossus... Well, let's read the description first. Stalwarts of overwhelming brawn and matchless axe mastery. They employ the skill Colossus. No extra crit, but Colossus is different. Can multiply damage by more than 3 times the unit's strength. Gnarly, gnarly stuff. And with 32... And that's a potential extra, what is that, like, is that 96? 96 extra strength getting factored into damage calculations. And by the way, that's before factoring in things like crit rate on a killer ass. This guy is potentially King Steamroll now, provided he doesn't get hit too much. Yeah, because I think my best bet is going to be... Once we get across the bridge, more guys are going to come out of this tent, but that's going to be on enemy phase more than anything else, so... Let's, Okay, well, I'm going to use Renulf to kill one of these guys, because why would I be using Renulf if not to do that? Granted, this guy's pretty durable, so that might not... I might need some backup. Shannon can provide that in spades, but... Trying to think of how to maximize Leanne's turn. I guess I could rescue drop people to get into the right spots, but... Bang, woman. Okay. It's kind of hopeful that... Yeah, this is where the lower magic, and then these guys have, what? 13 res, which is a little more than I expected, I think. I could use her up here instead. I mean, if she misses, that's going to be really bad, but thanks to that, I don't have to worry about that. I was a little shocked that those guys did 15 damage with their catapults. I thought Mist was a bit more durable than that. Now you get the magic. Thank you. Of course, one other thing I can do to be really cheeky is, I can stand all the way back here. No, I can't. I guess the longbows don't... I guess they don't give the extra range. I thought they did. I might be thinking of something else. But yeah, I can just, completely ignore everything here, which is just fantastic. I think what I might do, actually, is give this kill over to Sora. Because I want Nephine to be frontlining where possible. Not bad. Not bad at all. Like I said, 7 defense is still kind of irritating, but since everyone's across, I can now do this. I think I want Sigrun to wait right there. That doesn't fix the problem of Mist not getting healed, but... Ooh, that... Well, I don't think that's nasty. That could be nasty, I don't know. I need to not put Leanne here. I need to fly her back. Just complete Emblem at this point. I have backup plans in place in case this misses, but they're not good. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about that. I could fly Har forward here, but then I would aggro everybody. And those guys would die, and I don't really want them to. Although, granted, they might just suicide into Ivan. Yeah, because I get one free kill, so I might as well do this. I wanted to see if I could get a crit in range, but no matter. I got to have my fun. We got across the bridge. And almost nobody died. That's okay. 30 speed, he capped it. That's the last stat that he needs to cap, I think. Or, well, that I would want him to. His resistance is always gonna suck, but what the hell? What can you do? In fact, I can't rescue Khalil from that position, so that could be a little bit of an issue. That being said, I have ample opportunities here to just... I think you're done. I think you're dead. Oh, that's a loadout, too. I'm really glad I moved the defense into it. Come on, give me an now. We'll see it eventually. It's a fun animation. Oh, what? Okay. You elected not to heal? I don't understand that logic, but well, I'll go with it. I'll take it. I expected you to do that. That's okay. I expected that. That's also okay. Maybe getting hit on the dome just does more damage. Yeah, I think so. I think Daphne has officially entered, like, her tanky phase. Yeah, because that's an 8... I forget what rank that, or Arc Thunder is, but it's a... There's those extra units I was looking for. There we go. Natural regen. Got you feeling sharp. Gonna need to cut this guy down, because otherwise I think he's just gonna be really annoying if I leave him alive. Damn, this guy's fast. What the hell? Well, if I get rid of you, then this is... If I get rid of, this Swordmaster, then this is safe. Because even if these guys start... Oh, never mind. Adept... I think I can still get a little bit of XP out of this. We're almost done, but... In fact, if You are the most problematic unit I've ever seen, but... I think you can reach Khalil where she's standing right now, but that's the main problem. If I move Khalil down here, then fine. Well, sort of. Arc Thunder's that shitty in terms of damage output? You wouldn't think. You wouldn't think. Alright, eat your damn broccoli, son. I'm not gonna tell you more than once. For a second, I thought that guy crit. I'm like, ah, that's cute. I like how suddenly now we're getting more XP on fights. You, I need to be careful of. You could just man the catapult again, which would be kind of annoying, but even if you do, I'm not really gonna mind it that much. What I'm hoping he does is targets her though. What I'm worried that Shanana's gonna do is kind of shut this down completely, so... What I get... Bleh. Words. What is my mouth doing? What I could potentially do is, have Ike unequip his weapon and just kind of serve as a full-time distraction right now, because like I said, he is completely capped right now. He cannot get more XP and he cannot promote. Because we gotta wait until plot happens for that to take place. Yeah, because I can delete either of these guys. In fact, Ike one-rounds this push-up just to sell that point out, but... Yeah, if that guy doesn't occupy that catapult, I think his range shrinks by a lot. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about the boss for a minute. So, Yorn here, we haven't talked about him much. He looks scary, but honestly, he's nothing spectacular. I could probably just send Ike at him and Ike would one-round him easily, but that would be a waste of XP. The Akar here, or Akar, it's not even proper spelling. You're supposed to put a U after that second Q, but this is the crossbow I was talking about. It's really good, but it's an upgrade to Boyd's crossbow and Shanan's crossbow that they both have right now. It's kind of why I was wondering about selling one of the existing crossbows that I have, because you only ever really need 2 throughout the entire game. And you get this one as well, just to sell that point high. Which should be eeny, miny, mo, ketchup. The problem I run into sometimes is my brain just turns into paste. Although we've well established that by now. No Deadeye either, huh? The game just has it out there. Well, in terms of really showing off, 2 or 3 units are about as good as they come, so I'm not that bent out of shape over it. The one thing I'm worried about is, I think even with the 7 damage, that's not going to be that big of a deal. Yeah, because then Nephany can finish that guy off, or Boyd can as well. I could even have Tanathus and Grim come over here if I really wanted them to. I don't, but I could. that didn't even hit. Nice job dodging the literal lightning bolt. Like, I forget what Thoron looks like in this game, but I remember it being pretty gnarly. In fact, thanks to Leanne here, I can actually do something kind of cool. The superior mage has arrived, and oh yeah, you're done. You're so done. That's cute. For my last trick, another promotion. Lovely shade of green. Probably one of my favorite characters of its period, and Arc Sage. I don't know why he gets 4 strength. I mean, the 4 defense is really good, but anyway, I think that might be to accommodate some of the heavier teams out there. But, as he can now demonstrate for us, scholars of all magics who wield terrible anima spells and staves, they employ the skill Flare. Flare, if I can scroll down to it, can nullify an opponent's resistance and restore HP equal to damage dealt. You might think that the lack of triple damage makes this any less powerful, but no, you'd be wrong. This is a beautiful spell. Plus, the damage that Archsages will do with their highest level spells is already really good. Uncapped is weapon ranks too. That means Sword can start pushing for SS rank of Wind Tones, which is going to be really good. Also, he got access to staffs. It's only E rank, but it's still really good. I mean, you could get that back in Path of Radiance too, but come on. I'm gonna be careful here because I think if I put Nep right here and then heal up, everybody else is gonna be fine, but I think I might even do this just so. Yeah, because this is potentially really, really irritating, but don't have much of a choice in the matter. We'll have our 2 flyers just kind of flanking the edges just so we can dive bomb if we need to. You did not... Okay, you did kind of what I expected you to do. That silver bow is a little bit scary, so I'm really glad that you went for, like, the one target I kind of wanted you to go for. And I think that's everybody I would want to get promoted, so... Yeah, even with... Yeah. Front line is so good. You may potentially serve as a nice fodder for... Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay, I guess that's a warrior strength... That's a poleaxe high-strength warrior. Don't mess with that. Wow, these guys hit hard. I'm kind of shocked. Because usually these guys, you just roll over and die, but guess not. Although, yeah, the fact that those bishops move first is just horrible life decisions being made here. Alright, so now we get to the fun part where I try to maximize the amount of XP I get out of everything. Because I could actually potentially get a missed kill here, because this guy is at such low health. 3 or... yeah. Although, if I'm being perfectly honest, like, Polo probably gets a bit more out of this, because she gets a level if she kills something, but... Still, it would be really nice if I got something out of it here. Again, it is 12. There's probably a way to make that work. Or I could probably just have my healers, both of my healers, do something here. Actually, if I put Leanne right there, I can do a fair amount of good. Or where Shannon is standing, excuse me. Like I said, you gotta go for these where you can get them, because it's really fun. Yay! I don't like that crit, so maybe we get Boyd over here to take care of him? Yeah, I think that's good. Get the support in range, too. It's nice. Plus, that's Paragon doing the work as well. Okay, well, yeah, that's a... We could just, like I said, I could just use all of my mages here to take care of these guys because their resistance is not 4. Alright. And this is going to be really good because Khalil's going to get some extra XP out of the deal. Plus, I can push towards getting rid of those stupid bishops that have just been running around in the very back of the map. Because, yeah, the real reason they're doing this is because the two of them... This guy has no inventory left. So I could probably just run Renulf over here and have him, do that. But this is... It's a little bit better if I just push forward with everybody else. Because I don't think this general moves at all, so I might want to get Soren over here. See if we can get Flare going. That'd be fun. Ooh, we get to... Bird? No difference whether transformed or untransformed, but... Get to have our, like I said, have our weaker units bash away at these guys. Rice needs the XP too, don't let him fool you. You are level 12, right? Yeah. This is level 15, I believe. Okay. She had one good level up, one level up, and a couple of mediocre ones. It's... I'll take what I can get out of Khalil, because I don't know how much her long-term potential is really going to matter. I think her magic cap is actually less than Soren's. Well, it's definitely less now, because he can go all the way up to 40, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and we're gonna keep Tanith, Sigrun, and I guess Leanne to some extent as far away from the boss as we can, but... I could potentially send Renulf in here, which could help. I'm just gonna end right here, because I gotta heal people off before we send them in. That's just silly. Boss's positioning is a little bit bad, but I can make this work. Alright, you two, have at it. This might cause Renault to untransform, but there are no more reinforcements, and the boss never moves, so... Oh god. I haven't had to deal with moving general animations in a little bit, so that's a little annoying. Thank you, health. That's a freebie. And that also gets Daunt closer to the boss, which is going to come in handy, so... Nephene's probably gonna get the boss kill because, like I said, having Ike do it is a waste. I just need to get him in position to where he can seize. And then I think Shinon can actually, yeah, go over the wall here, which is kind of crazy. I'll go for it, because even with a Deadeye, this wouldn't kill. Followers of the false apostle, bow down to the miracles of our Savior. As long as the Maiden of Dawn watches over us, we cannot be defeated. But, buddy, look around you. Yeah, even the Deadeye, or even the crit there, that is potentially really good, but I don't have a unit in position that can, or do I? Lan's got boosted movement speed, but that's not really going to be good in this case. Okay, I need Khalil to actually do damage, but this is potentially really funny. And a bit of a cheese tactic, I guess, but that's fine. I just need to run the other guy down. Because I really don't... The physics staff guy is potentially the... Actually, he's gonna heal the boss, now that I think about it. Which is fine by me, but... This guy's been such a royal pain for me that I think I can just melt him a little bit. And like I said, the boss does not move to my knowledge, so this is pretty safe. If it's not, I'm gonna try, but... Actually, wait. Sigrun with the spear, how do you do it? Oh, that's the problem, is that if she misses, she's almost guaranteed to die. I could finish this with Har, and I kind of want to do that, because... I don't know if he needs the XP, if I'm being honest, but... This is probably the safest bet in the world, and I don't want the boss to get healed, so... We'll go ahead and do this. Eat your broccoli. Didn't even get to use his crossbow. And hey, that's a pretty good level. Well, that's not a level, but... My death means nothing. The Maiden of Dawn will bring victory today. Look at that. That goes to the convoy. We can seize next turn, no problem, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna enter it, maybe. Oh, you absolute butt. Alright, Tanith, well, you want it, go grab it. Just do that, I don't even care. I can't believe the capacity of this bitch. Well, let's turn the animations to map, or... I guess I never showed what happens if you turn animations off completely. Yeah, the animation doesn't even play for the magic, which is kind of lame if I'm being honest. It's just insanely fast, like... Although, Vigor, you still get the full animation, so I don't really get that. Well, thanks to the power of just cheese, I got an extra level out of that. Not bad. Not bad, I'll take it. Wait a minute, hang on. By you. There we go. And I think that's everything I can do, realistically speaking. Yeah, because these two can't get level-ups, I think, because everybody else is at full HP. Except for Renulf, but that's... You know what, fine. This is potentially less, It's less XP later, but we might as well... We completely routed the map, so we might as well get a little bit more getting out. Seas and clear battle. The Daean army is much stronger than it was 3 years ago. Yes, by far. Even after the situation turned against them, every soldier fought with valor. Quite impressive. They kept muttering about the power of their general, this Maiden of Dawn. The soldiers seemed obsessed with her. This might sound strange, but think of it like this. They believe in her as much as you Holy Knights believe in the Apostle. I understand. They are formidable and deluded, then. I shall use caution. Micaiah, it's over. The front line is broken. The Apostle's army is crossing the bridge. Alright then. Order a retreat. What? No! Are you a simpleton? Just destroy the bridge! Inspector, with all due respect, Daean soldiers will also die if we destroy the bridge now. Those are called acceptable losses, my dear. And any losses suffered by your men are acceptable if it needs stopping that army. As a representative of the Senate, I will not allow you to retreat. Fight to the last man! Inspector, while I respect your opinion, the final decision is up to me, as Commander-in-Chief of this army. So, order the retreat. Get those men out of there before they're routed. It's the little brat. How dare you disobey my orders? We could always leave you here while the rest of us retreat, Inspector. How's that sound? You! I will report this incident to both your king and the Senate. Start thinking of an excuse now, whelps. Pompous fool. Well, I'll go order the retreat. Micaiah? I'm sorry, Don't move. I'll be right back. What's happening? I was doing so well for a while. I feel like fog is clouding my mind. Am I losing my powers? Funny. I always wish that I didn't have this foresight. It often feels like such a burden. But this clouded vision seems so strange now. I miss the clarity. Ironic, isn't it, Yune? What's wrong, Raphael? I sensed something strange. It just came out of the blue. It was some sort of voice. My brother, did you just call for me? I did not. You heard it too, Raisin? What's going on here? What was that voice? I don't know, but it's calling for us. The voice was coming from the northeast, from the direction of Dane. I have a bad feeling about this. Let us head for Dane. Please prepare to leave immediately. I will speak with King Kanagus and get permission to leave. I hope nothing has happened to your sister. As do I. All I know is that I must go there. That much is certain. Sincerely hope they have a plan for who's going to watch the medallion. Anyway, I'm going to call stream right here because if I remember correctly, this next, actually, I don't actually know, but the reason I'm calling stream here is because this next chapter and the one after it complement each other pretty effectively, and if I save now, I think we get a huge expo dump that is probably best saved for the start of next stream. So gonna call it here. Let's go find a raid target. It's a little early, so maybe a bit of a target-rich environment compared to before. Let's see. Oh, wow, that's a really good suggestion, actually. I really want to raid anybody that's playing. I would love to play anybody that's playing Suikoden, but I don't actually know anything about Suikoden 2. I'm still in the first game. Did buy that collection that came out on Friday, but Secret Furies, not Secret of Furies. Secret Furies also doing a donation right now, so that might be good.